Hello parents, I am here just to do a quick video to give you like an overview of the IEP process. And so just to keep myself organized, I'm just going to go straight down the list of items that I want to address in this video. So the first point is parent, guardian, and student involvement in the IEP process. It is very important that you participate in your child's education, especially when you have a child with a disability. You can be a part of every part of the process in getting an IEP for your child. So the way that you can be involved is to communicate with the teachers and communicate with the other professionals that are involved in establishing and writing your child's IEP. You ask questions. No question is off limits. You ask questions. You reach out for help if you need help in understanding what the IEP is and the components of it, which I'm going to go over that in just a few minutes. But the best way to be involved with your child's education, having a disability, is to be a part of the process in writing the IEP. So the second part is referrals. So referrals means that someone has noticed an issue with your child and suggested that they be evaluated for special education services. There are primary referrals. There are referrals that are made later in the child's life when the development is not on the same level as their peers. And then you have referrals that, well, let me go back to primary referrals. Primary referrals are referrals that are made by the child's physician, that are made by you, the parent, or they're made by any other agency that interacts with your child, like child welfare services or social work, social services. All of those will be considered primary referrals, and they are taken very seriously. So if you do notice something with your child, it is important for you to go ahead and ask about getting services. That way a referral can be made from you. When a referral is made from the parent, it's kind of like fast tracked versus the school making a referral. Next is the evaluation process. Depending on your child's disability, they could be evaluated a number of times by a number of different methods. And you will definitely, again, you will be a part of the evaluation process. Usually when the school does an evaluation, you will have several components. So you will be involved with your child's evaluation. You'll probably have to fill out a questionnaire on some of the behaviors of your child. They will also, the team that's doing the evaluation will observe your child to see the behaviors of your child. They will probably also, if your child is in school, they will talk to your child's teacher to find out their performance in the classroom. Next is eligibility. There are several eligibility categories that your child may fit into to become eligible for special education services. Some of the categories are speech impairment, auditory impairment, vision impairments, intellectual disabilities, orthopedic disabilities. So depending on the results of the evaluation, that will determine which eligibility I can't say the word eligibility category that your child will fit in to start receiving services. And again, as the parent, you want to be involved in that. Although the professionals are there because they have expertise in that area, you are the parent, and so you know your child's behavior the best. So you will be the component that kind of steers the professionals in the right direction. Um, for instance, my daughter, um, when she was evaluated, because she was so young, she was only 3. I was there in the observation, and so they observed her behavior while they were asking me questions about her speech and her communication. And so, from what I was telling them, they were able to do different things with her to test whether she really does have a deficiency in communicating. So that's what I mean when I say your perception and what you see in your child is going to matter the most. Next, the components of the IEP. Components of the IEP is going to be the student's current academic level if they're in school, short-term, long-term goals, strengths and weaknesses of your child, your concerns as a parent, the special education services that they're receiving already, related services such as the speech and occupational therapy, the impact of your child's disability toward their academics, the extent of separation from general education students, meaning how long will your student be just in a specially contained room with special education kids versus how long they'll be in a room with general education kids. If your child has to take any state assessments, that'll be in there. An explanation of how your child's progress will be monitored. That is also in the IEP. Next is expectations for ongoing communication between the teacher, school, parent, guardian to support development and achievement of the student. The teacher is the parent. As parents, you're going to go to your child's teachers first if your child is in school. So it is important that you keep a line of communication. That can be emails, texts, calls, in person, and that's on a regular basis. Write a letter, send it to your child's school in a agenda or however you communicate with the teacher. So that's gonna spark the ongoing communication, and the professionals will know, oh, she's on it, and so they will tell you without you even having to ask after a while. And then the last one is discussion of ethical responsibilities that the teacher has to uphold the integrity of the profession as a part of the IEP process. Yes, that is critically important. The teacher is responsible for protecting the rights of the student and the parents. They're responsible for letting the parents know their rights. Most importantly, the parents must know what rights they have to how to move with their children receiving special education services. The Model Code of Ethics for Education also upholds us to have a responsibility to students to deliver a certain level of care that's involved in the Model Code of Ethics for Educators. I know I went over time, but I really wanted to nail this video, so I hope that I have touched on every aspect of the IEP process for you.